Vector is what? From junior class, you are taught the definition of vector. Vector is a quantity which has magnitude and direction, like this. Suppose you are moving from A to B. So, what is its magnitude? Its magnitude is AB and direction, this is the initial position, this is the final position, it displaced from A to B. Understand? So, this is the direction. Direction the displacement from A to B. Now, this magnitude and direction combinedly give you the definition of vector. So, AB means it moves from A to B. So, if you reverse the arrow sign, means if you reverse the direction, it will become B to A. The question is, will there be any change in that? If I revert the direction, yes, I can put a minus sign. See, if I change the direction, then I can put a minus sign. And see, in this case, vector displacement is 0. That is called zero vector. Zero vector. Vector displacement is 0. Now, this vector, along this vector, there will be a scalar value also. That means from A to B, once you are moving, that means how much displacement takes place? Magnitude AB. So, magnitude AB, once you get magnitude AB, that means what will be the direction? It moves from A to B. Now, the question is, can I put equal to sign? No, because this is a scalar value, only magnitude. But once it displays from A to B, that means we have the direction from A to B. So, put one equivalent sign. So, this unit displacement is equal to the movement from A to B. So, 1 unit displacement will be vector AB by its magnitude. So, this thing is called unit vector. So, what conclusion I can draw in unit vector? Therefore, unit vector is any vector by its magnitude. Okay. So, this derivation, this definition is inherited from that concept. That means displacement from A and B means the one point which has initial position A moves to B. So that unit displacement is equal to movement of AB from A to B. So 1 unit displacement by unitary method, AB by magnitude of AB. So a vector, if divided by its magnitude, then it is called unit vector. Understand? Unit vector. What will be the length of unit vector? What will be the magnitude of unit vector? See, let us take its magnitude. Okay. See, the numerator, the vector's magnitude is magnitude A itself by magnitude A. That is 1. Okay. So unit vector's magnitude is also always 1. Therefore, from this example, one conclusion I can draw that the vector whose magnitude is 1 is called unit vector. If the vector whose magnitude is 1 is called unit vector. Okay. So that is the basic of the vector. Actually, vector is what? Vector is advanced version of coordinate geometry. See, in coordinate geometry, you can define a point by this ordered pair x comma y. Now, in coordinate, we have some shortcoming. We cannot multiply 2 points in coordinate. But in vector, we have one extra facilities, means one step ahead than coordinate geometry. So the same thing will be expressed by xi, here it is a 2-dimensional vector, plus yj. Ij unit vector, it will be taught in later. Now its advanced version is matrix. Its advanced version is matrix. Matrix also consists 3 criteria, that addition, subtraction and product. But division is introduced in complex number. Okay. So each system defines the point, position of a point, but step by step it became advanced. So coordinate, vector, matrix, complex number, superset of all set. Now, in coordinate geometry, any point is measured with respect to origin, means the point which is the junction of x and y axis. But in the same thing will be done in case of vector. See, it is called position vector. It is called position vector. Okay. Vector will be measured with respect to origin. So it is called position vector. Position vector. That means, suppose there is a point like this, P. What is P? P is any point in vector space. It is measured with respect to O. OP. P means OP. It is measured with respect to origin. So this is called position vector of P. Position vector of P. Now, what about resultant vector? See, let us draw one triangle. Give the arrow sign like this. Okay. Let vector AB is represented by the vector A, vector BC represented by the vector B. Now, its resultant vector AC means resultant vector, that is AB plus BC. That means AB is A, BC is B. That means A plus B. Okay, AC is A plus B. That is called resultant vector. Okay. Now, what about the triangle law? Or you see, triangle law. Suppose there is a triangle like this. Give the sign. What is meant by that? A particle has initial position A. Now it moves from, displaced from A to B. I will represent it by AB with arrow sign. Then B to C. Then C to A. That means the final and initial position coincides. It is called zero vector. Vector displacement is zero. Initial and final position matched or coincide. That is called triangle law. Okay. Now, AB plus BC will be minus CA if I change the sign of one of the vector out of these three. So, what about minus CA? Few minutes back we got AB and BA are same by magnitude, but they are differed by a minus sign. So, I can write AC. That gives us AC is equal to AB plus BC, resultant vector. AC plus AB plus BC using the triangle law. Which refers the position vector. Okay. Now, let us take in a plane, let us take 2 points. One point is measured with respect to origin, another point also with respect to origin. Give the arrow sign. Okay. Now, if I follow the triangle law, I will get OP, PQ, QO is equal to 0. Okay. OP, PQ, QO 0. Therefore, you do one thing, you keep PQ in left hand side and the other parts, other two vector will be shifted to right hand side. Now instead of QO, as we are already aware that AB is equal to minus BA, therefore instead of minus QO, I can write OQ. So, what conclusion we can draw? PQ vector can be expressed as the difference of two vectors which join the origin and the final position, final minus origin and initial. See, OQ minus OP is PQ. Okay, keeping parity, we can split the vectors in this way with respect to origin. OP minus OA, final minus initial, like XY vector. I can write OI minus OX. So if you express the vector as the difference of two other vectors, which is measured with respect to origins, means position vector, then you will not be confused in putting the arrow sign. Students get confused where to put what arrow sign and what direction to be denoted. So if I memorize in this way that vector xy is final minus initial position with respect to the origin, then it will be an easy task for us to understand what to put the arrow sign in which direction. Hope you understood. Now, how to find the angle between two vectors? See, to find that, we have to take two vectors which are coming from a common point, or you can say diverge from a common point or converge to a common point. Okay, it is diverge from a common point or converge to a common point. So these are called, this is called actually co-initial vectors, means that their initial position are same. This is co-terminal vectors, co-terminal vectors. So they converge to a point. Understand? This is co-initial vectors, co-terminal vectors. Okay. Now, how to find the angle between two vectors? See, if two vectors are co-initial like this or co-terminal like this, then we can find the angle between them, included by them, this angle or this angle. Okay. Otherwise, what happens? Otherwise, see, otherwise, you do one thing. See, this is a vector. If you give the arrow sign in this direction, then suppose this is A, B and C, and if you are asked to detect what is the angle between AB and BC, suppose this angle is theta, you are asked to detect what is the angle between AB and AC, AB and BC. What is the angle? See, is it theta? No. Why? Because they are not co-initial or they are not co-terminal. So I have to make them either co-initial or co-terminal. So to make it co-terminal, you produce it like this, produce it. So the angle which was seen to us, the included angle, is not now to be considered. I will consider this angle will be the included angle. Why? Because once I produce it, then I have got two co-initial vectors. So that angle could have been considered. Understand? So angle between AB and BC is pi minus theta. Angle between angle between AB and BC is pi minus theta. Okay, so this is the way you can find the angle between two vectors. Hope you could follow.